Hey,
Marius, how are you
hey,
doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm very good. Thanks for doing that. I really appreciate that. It's you guys, and when you have a little bit off time, it's nice to have you on those live Instagrams for the young followers, especially. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let me close the door because my baby is crying a little
Yeah, no,
bit.
no, take your time, no problem.
Yep. So all good now.
All good. All right.
Yes,
So Marius, you're from Romania.
yes. I'm in Romania right now. I was the last couple of months. I was in Miami
Uh-huh.
during the winter time. I try to spend it there because it's a better weather and it's easier to train and you get more hours to train there than
Okay.
here in Romania.
So did you bring your coach over there? Like, do you have who did you work with over there?
With Andre Pavel, with my coach,
Okay.
we are working since a year and a half or 2 years already, and he also lives half in the States in Arizona and half in
Okay.
Romania, so it was
Okay.
easy for us.
All right, I'm asking because a friend of mine, Douglas Cordero, who works with
Hmm.
team, he is based in
Yeah, yeah,
Miami, and then Arancha Sanchez still lives there, and a couple of friends. So it's a
yeah,
good spot to train, I
yeah.
guess.
A lot of players are there. I
Yeah,
mean, you can't blame them. It's super nice there.
yeah. It's a good climate to work there. So
Yes.
yeah. So for Romania, so yeah, like when I look back, I know a couple only, like us, or like Adrian Marcu and Daniel
Oh yeah.
Dobre. They opened the, I'm from Berlin. They opened the tennis academy in Wandlitz. That's
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm from Berlin, and so I was there several times and good
Oh,
memories
nice.
with them. So that's why I'm glad too that you're doing that.
Oh,
Um,
nice. Yeah.
yeah, so your high was 56 in the world, and that was
Yes.
219, right? So,
Yeah. In
so
19.
yeah, so that's amazing. 219. I looked 218. You had your best tournament where you beat Wawrinka. You beat all the guys. Tell us a little bit about Basel, about the tournament over there. Like, get us through a little bit that one because that stuck out a little bit. 218. You qualified. You beat Misha Zverev, Laovic. I mean, heavy hitter.
Yeah.
Ryan Harrison, Cilic, Fritz, Zverev, and then you played Federer. So, like when I do the live, I always try to think about what junior players, because they look the most up to you guys, what they would be super interested in listening to, and go us through Basel a little bit. How did that all start? Tell us a little bit.
I went there quite relaxed because it was the end of the that I'm playing Basel. I'm supposed to play Bratislava and then finish my year. And I tried to finish the year in the top 100. That was my goal. I needed like 20 points to finish in the top 100. And I said, okay, I'm going and I hope I can make this 20 points to finish in the top 100. And then what's bonus? I mean, if I win more rounds, then it's bonus and I enjoy it. So, but then in Basel, my game that I've been working on, trying to serve big and be aggressive, started to put some pressure on the guys and make some damage, and everything clicked that tournament, and I felt really good. And as I played match after match, I started to have more confidence in myself, and yeah, I just went on court and I really enjoyed playing tennis, without thinking about winning or losing, and just enjoying. And this made me very relaxed on the court when I played. Even when I played against Roger, I knew everybody was cheering for him. He was playing at his hometown. I didn't think about anything. I didn't hear the public so much. Uh, just the night before, I was just thinking, oh my God, I'm playing my idol. I'm super excited. I'm happy that I'm playing him in a final, not in a first round in a Grand Slam or whatever, and in his hometown. So that was a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
And I started actually pretty well. I was break up 3-1 or 4-1 in the first set, and then I started to think a little bit, oh my God, I have a chance to win, and then suddenly I made some easy mistakes, and he took the opportunity, and then with his experience, he knew how to turned the match around and he won. So, but it was a great experience. Too bad that after that I couldn't continue playing the same way and starting the year, let's say, with some good wins. But I started to put a lot of pressure on myself, because I said, okay, I finished the year great, and now let's do it even better next year. So instead of also accepting losing, I started to put too much pressure, and that's why my game started losing confidence. I started losing confidence. I was more tight, moving worse and worse on the court because of the tightness. So yeah, I mean, I'm learning now from all the mistakes. And now my ranking is quite bad. I'm 180, but many things happen in my life now, also with the baby and some other things. But I mean, I'm not crying about it. Everything was. I mean, it's good news with the baby and so on.
Oh yeah, you will love that. I have a 4.
And I know if I made it one time to the top 100, I believe in myself that I can go back there and be there again.
You had the results. I mean, you still have it. As you said, a lot of things changed. When I had my 4-year-old, when he was born, things just changed, and you will learn different ways to handle things, and you will learn. And an interesting point you had that was Noah Rubin said that too. So Noah Rubin, had in the US, he was so successful in junior years, and he was used to win, and he's put so much pressure on himself, that he had difficulties transitioning when he was playing pro, or is playing pro. So he had that too. And then my friend Damir Zumur, I talked to him a couple of days ago, and what he was saying was interesting too. When he was 23 in the world, he took things a tiny bit easier, because he took them for granted. And he said it's like a train; the players just pass you. It's those things are super interesting always to hear. Not just for coaches, I think for parents as well and everybody. So, Marius, your parents were like national players, and when I read that right, and rugby and handball, right?
Yes, my father did rugby and wrestling also.
Oh wow!
So yeah, and my mom handball.
Okay. That's my dad. My dad played for Yugoslavia handball as well. He's 78 now. Oh. That's why I found it interesting. In the US, people don't know what handball is. It's like I always explain to them. It's like soccer with the ball and you pass it. It's not the thing where you throw it against the wall. That's why that was important to me, because it's I played it too, and it's a tough sport. You would be good because you're tall and strong. When I was younger, in those 14, 15 years, it's a tough sport. I just wanted to say.
It is, man. It's a lot of contact with the other players, and it's very painful.
Yes, it is. Exactly. That's why I stopped playing. And then, all right, talking about different sports, let's throw that in. I read you're a Bayern Munich fan?
Yes, yeah, because I lived in Munich for almost 10 years. And
did you train there? Did you train as well?
Yes.
Where did you train in Munich?
I trained at Sportcheck and at Nick Marchand Academy.
Yeah, and okay, because when I was younger, I was at the Nicky Pilic Academy, and Nick was there at that time. I'm 10 years older than you, so when Nick was still with Nicky. Nicky is my dad's close friend, so that's how I ended up in Munich as well. And then the cool thing is, as you said, when you're in the academy there, they send you to the games, and that was with us the same, So we went against Barcelona Champions League, and when Rivaldo was still playing and everything. So yeah, so Munich. So tell us a little bit about Munich, the years there with Nick Marchand and the tennis check and everything. Just a little bit experience and how it was for you and your development.
It was really nice for me. I mean, I had a great group of guys, and I'm still friends with them, with Sasha, with Bain, who's a coach, and he's a really successful coach. He's a great guy. We did some stupid things when we were there young, walking around the streets there and pretending we're bus drivers and some, but it was fun with him and with some other players, and I'm trying to keep in contact with them as much as possible, and as soon as I have some time, I want to go back to Munich because I really miss it. I didn't see Nick since a long time because I know he moved to Berlin, and but I saw some other coaches from there. Wolfgang is his name, and I saw him, and from Sport Check.
Mm-hmm.
Still, everybody's there, like all the customers, and I still remember some of them. And when I played the Munich tournament, I went there for a couple of days just to visit them and just have a talk with them, and it was really nice. So yeah, Munich is a really cool city. I really love it.
Yeah, I miss Munich too. I mean, we were in the Ruder Regatta there, where Pilic had his academy there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit, it was tough for me because I was 17, 18. I didn't drive at that time, so it's hard for me to get in the center. But yeah, it's amazing. And as you said, when you go to academy, you have good memories.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always good to see. It's always good to see friends and people. So. Yeah, Marius, so 18, 19 were really good years. So now you had a change. As I said, I'm a father too. So that's the most beautiful thing in the world, by the way. Who doesn't have a kid? Sometimes it's when you don't get sleep and all those things. But in the end of the day, it's the most beautiful thing in the world. And so with the virus now, unfortunately, there's no playing. When as soon as the virus will be gone at some point, so how would it look like for you to transition? What are you trying to play? Challenges to get ranking back? How does it work as well for the people with the protected ranking? So you guys, if you've been at some point, you with protected ranking, you don't get that, or how does that work?
It's gonna be tough now with the rankings. With the players and ATP, it doesn't know for now what's gonna happen with the ranking. For now, they froze it until we start playing again.
Okay.
But the situation with the tournament right now, I don't think we're gonna start by 8th of June. I think it's gonna be the earliest is gonna be August, my opinion.
Yeah, I believe so.
If we play this year, and I don't know. I mean, if we start the tournaments again, we're gonna need at least 1 month before so we can prepare, because guys like me, we cannot go and practice right now. If you're a top 10 or top 5 guy and you have a court at home, it's easier for you. You can still play and you can do fitness.
Yeah.
But I don't have a gym. I don't have anything here. I'm not allowed to leave the house. So I don't think it's fair to start right away.
Yeah,
and
I agree with that for sure.
Yeah, and with the virus, you never know when it's gonna be gone. But at least when the situation calms down and the media is gonna stop a little bit, because it's just coronavirus everywhere right now.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad we do this, to get the mind off a little bit. And
I stopped watching the news because it's too much, and maybe also a little bit brainwashing.
Yeah.
And I watch something else and read
movies.
Yeah, read a little bit and play some computer games when I have time, when the baby's not crying. And
well, wait, what we have to get you on there? Wait, PlayStation or Xbox?
No, I'm just playing on the computer. I don't have a PlayStation. I don't have an Xbox.
Okay. All right, because I was just asking because I will challenge later Damir in FIFA. I downloaded FIFA yesterday. So
oh wow! Okay, no, me, I didn't play since the FIFA '98, so it's
actually
a long time.
I was the same way. And then last year, to switch off from work and everything, I just said, look, I need something at night when I come home to just switch off, and that's how I got back. I was exactly the same, 97, 98. So Marius, your junior years. Always interesting for if we have younger kids listening in and listening it later. You assume automatically if someone is top 50, they've been always the best in the country. How did it work for you when from the beginning, when you were 10, 11, 12? Were you always in the best of the country? Did the federation help you out? How did it work when you were younger?
Okay. Until 16, I was around 9 or 10 in my country. But then with 16, I won the national championship here. In the junior times, I didn't play well, honestly. I played only 2 Grand Slams. I played one time Roland Garros. I qualified, and then I lost second round to Ruffin. And I played one time Wimbledon qualies, and I lost to Blas Rola. This is as I remember. And in juniors, I didn't play much because I started winning a future very young with 15. So with 15 and a half, 16, I was already around 500. And then my parents said, "Oh, okay, you grow up so fast in the ranking. You don't have to play juniors. Let's go straight to
Man tennis.
men's." And I think this was a mistake because you don't get the experience in those long matches, you know, playing and changing situations and playing tight matches against some kids, you know, and then have a situation where you play with the other referees and they steal some points, and you know you don't have this kind of experience. And this I felt that it was missing in my game for a couple of years. That's why it took so long for me to get to top 100. I broke through, I think, when I was like 25 or 26. I think 25. And yeah, it's a lot of experience that I didn't take from juniors, and I didn't play much. So I would recommend for guys that are watching right now and they are playing well in juniors, just keep on playing until 18 and do your best. Have as much matches as possible, because the tour right now on the men's tour, it's so long. You can play with 35 really good, so you're gonna have 16 years, 17 years of playing on high level. And but also you need to enjoy the junior tournaments, because
I like
you get a lot of experience there, you know.
I like that advice, you know, like, and then being with juniors as well. Did you ever? I ask that question to every pro player because the biggest, you know, like how parents can be. I don't know, you know, like when you teach, parents always want their kids in the best groups, and they say my kid has to play with number one. If not, I leave the program. And you get so many things always, you know, like what are your thoughts on, you know, like playing kids that are above you, playing your level, and playing down? Like, do you think playing down is an issue, or did you ever have issues when you were younger playing with kids that are not as good as you?
No, you have to play with all of them, because in the tournaments you cannot choose, "Oh, I want to play Roger because he's the best," or "I want to play the guy who's the wild card." No, you have to play different styles of games. You have to play different players, and also playing doubles, because doubles helps for the volleys and eye coordination and returns and serves and coming in. So I mean, it's just only pluses for singles. So I mean, to switch between players, they are better or the same as you or worse than you. It's a great idea. You
Yeah,
get
because
you
as
get
you said in the
variety, and
tournament,
yeah, it's very good.
you can't choose. Like you play tournament first round. Most of the times, if you're really good in juniors, you will get players who are not as good as you. So
Yeah.
it's actually good, you know, to get used to that. So 25. So you've been on the tour for a long time. You know, travel. You know all those things.
Yeah.
Travel. So much stress. What kept you going? For like, did you always have a feeling? Look, I'm gonna be right there. I'm close to be like breaking top 100, and that kept you going. What kept you going all the time to to hustle? And people who are not professional, it's so hard to understand what you guys go through when you travel. I mean, like you 50 weeks a year on the road. You don't see your family. You don't see your friends. You always have to worry about money. How do I survive the next couple of months? There's so much stress on you guys. What kept you going?
Yeah, for us coming from East Europe, it's so much tougher than guys coming from the States or countries with a lot of money, because me personally, I had zero help from the federation, or I didn't have any money from from somebody, from sponsors, or if let's say I have a contract with Technifiber, for sure they're paying a guy who is from France or United States much more than me,
Yeah. Yeah.
or me. I'm just happy that I'm getting some stuff, and it's tough for us. But I have the passion for the game that kept me going, and whenever I felt tired and I don't want to play again, I had my family, my girlfriend, she was supporting me, and my friends also. I mean, just keep on going. And it was a couple of times I was thinking also to quit, to like 3-4 times, but and then at the end of the day, I did 2-3 days off, 4 days off, and then I missed having the racket in my hand and playing again. So um, I came back to play, and I was more motivated every time. And I just enjoy it a lot. You know, enjoy being there, enjoying seeing the guys on tour, and because I'm getting along with 99% of the players,
Yes.
and it's good.
And then one point that Damir said, he said in Bosnia Herzegovina as well, a small country, right? So um, there are not a lot of tournaments in the countries, right? And I don't know, I think you guys have a couple of futures, but it's not as like as other big countries where you can play future after future after future after future, and then you get your points, you know. So you probably had to travel a little bit further, so the circumstances are just different there, right?
Yeah, it is different, but I think also it's very important to have some guys that you can look up to, because when we had 2005 to 2009, we had some great years in Romania. We had 18 futures, we had 4 challengers, we had an ATP, so we had 23 tournaments at home, and
Okay.
we we were like 15 to 20 players in the top 300. So also the tournaments help for having so many players in the top 200, and I mean that's why we had the players. And if we look, let's say Turkey, they have so many futures, but they don't
Yeah,
have players, you know.
yeah, you're right.
So I don't know if just the tournaments matters. I think it also matters to have somebody to look up to have guys from your country who are close to your rankings, so you can
Keeps you
push each
working
other up,
harder. Yes.
you know. And we had a great group from my country, because when we played the futures when I was 16, 17, I mean, I was playing almost every round against a Romanian. And
That's
we
fun.
had Cuevas coming to Romania. I mean, Albot, who's from Moldavia, he
Yeah.
came also to Romania. We had Milman from Australia coming to Romania.
Yeah, great guy by the way too. Like,
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
yeah.
So we had many players coming in here, and also we had the Romanians that they were tough, and some foreigners that come and made it even more tougher.
Nice. That's all right. So, and then talking about tournaments and playing and earning money. So, German, I read like you played as well German league a little bit over there.
Yes, I played when I was younger, and now I'm playing for Gladbach
Okay.
from this year, starting this year. So I
Okay.
hope we're gonna play. I don't know.
So
Yeah.
did you? And then a lot of people, don't know. Like it's very strong competition, for the
Yes, it
people who
is.
don't know. Like, and then especially if you guys play Bundesliga, it's all
Yeah, we
all
are.
ATP all ATP players, right? So yeah, for people who don't know what German league tennis, it's like there are a couple of leagues in Europe. I think the French league is decent too, and then they have
And the Czech league also.
and the Czech league. So you have leagues over there where you can, when you're a player, that helps a little bit financially.
Yes.
For like they pay good because it's quality. It's like you're going to an ATP tournament actually if you go Bundesliga, and
Yeah.
I like that, and I wish that structure would be more countries to help you guys out because it's
Yeah.
tough.
We have like 5 countries that they're doing this. I mean, Italy also is. They have a great league. In Switzerland, you have some good leagues. Uh, then France, Germany, and yeah, Czech Republic, as I said. The Czech Republic league, I really like it because at the end of the year, it's in
Hmm.
December, so it's played from 16 to 20 of December.
Hmm.
And I mean, after your preseason, you can get some matches, and
Matches.
I mean, very good players. And it's really nice because you have the ball kids with line empires, and everything is just like an big tournament, and a lot of people come to watch. So it's really nice.
So I didn't know that. You see, like
Yeah.
it's awesome to learn it. And then, but do you play? In Germany since you played a lot there too. But it's like not carpet or something. Do they have, or is it still a lot on carpet indoors? Like they had that. They have carpet, rebound A's. They have everything. But when I played, there was a lot of carpet facilities.
Yeah, now it's less and less carpet.
Okay. Because it's
Uh,
fast.
it's fast, yeah. It's fast and it's slippery if you have the granulat on, you know, the
Hmm.
little things. So yeah, it's less and less.
Okay. All right, Marius, just a couple more,
Yeah,
like drill wise, since so do you when you work with your guys, what do you prefer better, or do you like to mix it in like fat balls where where your coaches feed the ball in, live balls? What do you like personally? Where do you get the best rhythm or the best feeling for tournaments or?
I mean, it's changing a lot, you know, it's depending on how I feel the ball. If I, let's say right now, if I start after 3 weeks of not playing tennis, then we start a lot with baskets, you know, to
Mhm.
get the feeling
Feeding
back.
the ball.
And after that, we start putting in more one-on-one, and then after that 2-on-1, I'm trying to get two juniors to play with me, and then so they move me around more. And after a couple of weeks, when I have my rhythm back, I'm starting to make specific uh, like specifics to my games, you know, like more serve and volley, forehands and coming in, and you know, situations that I'm trying to implement in the match.
So patterns, like
Yeah, patterns.
we had Craig O'Shaughnessy, who works with Djokovic since 3 years, and the importance of like having patterns and game plans before you
Yeah.
when you, as you said, you start serving. I don't know, kick wide. You anticipate the next ball with the forehand and all those things, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Let me see
Yeah.
a couple of questions. What kind of fitness training do you do during a tournament, or is it focused on recovery during a
Uh,
tournament?
During a tournament, I have a program from my fitness coach that I used to travel with him a lot, and right now I cannot afford to have him also with me, and he's sending me programs, and I'm trying to do whatever I have from him, like squats and push-ups and all the stuff that I have depending on the day. Sometimes I have long runs, sometimes I have sprints, sometimes I have injury preventions and abs, or you know, it's different. But I'm doing same as I'm not in a tournament. But
Mhm.
if I'm in a tournament, I'm doing less and just
Less impact.
half.
Less. Okay.
Yes.
I got you. Okay. And then we have another question. A couple of questions come. That's good.
Hmm.
Rena Nabate. Hello. When you were younger, did you play futures, singles, and doubles? Do you think this is a good option, playing both when you were younger?
Yeah, it's great because right now what I see in juniors and in the younger generation, I see they're struggling at the volleys at the net. You know, see they're missing some more volleys than us before when we were younger. And I think it helps a lot to play singles and doubles because you're young, you can play both. Doubles is not that super stressful, so you say you cannot handle it, or you can or your fitness is not that well. I mean, being young, you don't get tired in doubles, honestly. And it's
And
also fun and it helps, as I
oh
said, with
yeah,
the serve, with the return, position on court, volleys, reaction, and everything.
I love doubles too. When I came from like in Germany, you have when you play league tennis, you have 6 singles matches and then you play 3 doubles matches, and we don't play so much doubles over there. So when I
Yeah.
came to the US 10 years ago, I learned to love doubles because it's different art. It's like different. It's just like art to me. What else? So, oh yeah, and then what I wanted to ask you with Andre Pavel, how did you guys connect? How did it start?
I know him since many, many years. He was number 13 in the world. He was after Nastase, he was the best player from our country. And I was following him when I was young and just also trying to copy a little bit his style because we Romanians, we mostly have one-handed backhand. and he had also one of the best one-handed backhands in the world. And I know him. Actually, I was a ball kid for him in Munich.
Okay.
I remember, yes, when I was like 11 or 12, I was a ball kid in Munich for 2 years. And 1 year I had him on a court, on center court, and I said to him, "Good luck in Romanian" on the center court. He was a bit shocked, like, okay. I
That's
remember
good.
that. And yeah, he knows me since 16 when I went with the Davis Cup team in Japan. I was like the number 9 or 10 guy. I was just there helping them with I was a water boy, actually. Just helping them out and just to get the experience of
Being
Davis
in the
Cup.
team.
Yeah, back then the Davis Cup was played in 3 days and best of 5, and it was really competitive. And yeah, I had the chance to be there, and that's when we met. And then he finished his career, I think, 08 or 09, something like that. But before he had some injuries, sorry, and I went to Germany to train with him for a couple of months. Yeah, so that's since then I know him, and then since then we were like friends and buddies, and we knew each other. And now he moved also back to Romania, so I said let's try it out because we're both living in Bucharest, and why not just give it a try.
All right, let's see what we got here. Dida Viloit, what was the difference for you when you were in the top 100? What were you doing better when you had your best ranking ever? What is your process to get back there? You talked about it a little bit earlier with confidence and all those things. So maybe just...
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I honestly, I think right now I play better than before, and I'm more consistent and so on in the rallies. But my confidence was much bigger than now. You know, right now the confidence is missing a little bit, and fitness-wise, I think now I'm better than before. I think just the confidence and
believing
winning
in your shots.
couple of matches and then starting to be back there. Now also the players started to know me better because I was there for 3-4 years, and they start to talk, and they know how to play against me. So yeah, I mean, all these things, and to come back, I know I have to do a lot more to improve. I want to improve, and I want to improve also my game pattern. I want to be more aggressive, and I try to implement my game in every match more and more. And the most important thing is to not fight against myself so much on the court, you know, because I'm blaming a lot on myself. So this takes a lot of energy out of me. And instead of focusing on what I'm playing against my opponent, you know, first I'm playing against me and then against my opponent. So it's again 2 versus 1.
Yeah.
So most of the time when I'm losing because I beat myself. They don't beat me.
And that's what you know, all the greats say too. When you all guys can hit the ball almost the same. You're physically almost the same. In the end of the day, then, as you said, it's the fight against yourself, against your expectations, and against yourself. All right, let's do like 2 more, Marius, and then I know when you have a baby, you're.
No, it's okay. We can go longer. I don't mind. I mean,
okay.
People
Right,
enjoy it, and you enjoy it. Why not?
What is it like for you playing the Davis Cup? Diana Moga, I ask you, like.
The feeling is amazing. I have already, I don't know, I think 18 nominations or 19. I'm waiting for the trophy for the 20 nominations because you get a trophy from my team. I hope you will still get it. I don't know. It's it's nice. The feeling is different, you know. Tennis being a single sport or individual sport, let's say, when you in Davis Cup, you have a team spirit, and it's so nice. And I mean, I miss this. I would like to have it more and more, honestly, on the tour. And playing also for the country, it's you have a little bit more responsibility also.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when I play Davis Cup, I get like even more motivated than just playing for myself.
That's what I heard from Damir too. Damir said it's when you play for Davis Cup, it's like nothing else. And then when you play on a home crowd as well, especially, then you know it pushes you. Christopher Kaas. That was
Yeah, we did a live yesterday.
Yeah, and I hope I can get Christopher as well the next days. He was one of Germany's really, really awesome doubles teams and players, and a great guy. And I love his lives too, because
he does some great lives.
Yeah, and he's funny always as well. So Christopher, servus. Marius, what I wanted to ask you, because this is a little bit missing, and I don't know if it's just in the US or if it's in Europe as well, like the club life as a kid. So I remember when I played in Frohnau, we played Regionalliga, you know, it was decent level. But my first rule of my parents was you do your homework and I'd bring you to the club and we pick you up at 9, 10. So, you know, I basically lived at my club, like in Frohnau, and we played Golden Hand for 6 hours.
Yeah.
And, you know, like how did it look when you were growing up in Romania? Like how did you spend the whole days as well in the club, and how was the club life?
We don't have the same club life as in Germany as it used to be. But yeah, I was a lot on the tennis court, next to the tennis court, and then after I finished with the tennis, I went outside with friends and we played soccer and football. And again, I was a lot outside, you know, playing catch and playing so many things. And I miss this, you know, these times. I think nowadays you don't have it anymore with so much electronics and computers. I see everybody's just with the phone. You know, the communication is not that as it used to be before.
Totally
And yeah, it's I mean, it's tough. And in the States, I went to practice right now in Weston at a club there, and I saw that there are many kids, and they practice with each other. They play some mini tennis, and I really like that. You know, I saw that. Oh my god! And I told also the kids, hey, you guys are doing a good job, because I mean, you don't see that much anymore.
Yeah, they're all on the phones. So wait, Western Florida. I think it's a Lifetime club. It's a beautiful facility there. I think
it's right very nice.
It's right at the bay there too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. A couple of years ago, like I wanted to start there as coach as well, but then I moved to Louisiana. I remember that facility because you mentioned it's close, and then you 20-minute drive to the beach as well, 15 minutes. Yeah, so yeah, that's a nice club there. So the kids. So that's one thing here though. The kids spend time at those clubs. You know, they have what they need, but in the end of the day, still. As you said, they're too much on their phones, and the social interaction and life in US is a little bit different as well. You know, in Romania, I guess you can walk out of your door, you can go to a grocery store, and you can walk around. For me here, I still drive myself crazy. You go in the car, and then you have to go everywhere with your car. You don't meet people where you can chat and do things, you know. So that's another hard thing. At least if you live in New York or Boston or LA, it's different. You still get interaction, but in smaller cities, it's gonna be tougher here in the US, you know. So what else do we have? If you guys have some questions, ask them. If you see anything on there, let me see. Juniors. Oh, another junior question. When you were younger, did you always play like with one more person, or you alone with the coach, or did you have sometimes where your coaches brought like 6 players out and then you shared courts and trained? How does that look in Romania, or for you when you were younger?
I did both of them, you know, with more kids on court. I think this helps also because it motivates yourself. And if you feel like I don't want to play, and you see the other guys they're giving 100%, then you start to motivate yourself. Alone all the time, I don't think it's a great idea when you're young, because you get tired. You know, I see these mistakes are made in Romania, and also I saw it somewhere else that parents are writing me, yeah, my kid is 5 year old. How many hours a day? How many days a week they have to practice to be professional? And, mean, I mean, he's so young, 5, 6 years old, 7 years old. Just let him just enjoy his, young time, and let him. Maybe he doesn't want to play tennis. You know, you're forcing him. So just let him enjoy doing sports. Put him in much more sports than normal, not only in tennis. Let him do soccer, track and field, swimming, whatever. Yeah.
So,
yeah. So he can interact with more kids. Don't do private lessons. Just let him have more kids. It's nice.
Yeah, you can always switch to more private and individualized things. So yeah, I agree with you on that 100%. So, people writing, became a dad. Yeah. So how, just one question. Let's say, how do you keep up? Like, how old is your child? Like your
He's
baby?
7 weeks now. 7 weeks. And,
So
yeah,
do you
Friday
get
became
sleep?
7 weeks. Yeah, we got a lot. For me, honestly, right now with this isolation period, I think it's a good period for me, because I'm enjoying a lot of time at home, and I can see my kid much more than if the tour was going on. So if I'm looking to take the plus out of this coronavirus, this is my plus, and I'm spending time with my girlfriend and family. And I see the guy growing up, and I can help, with changing diapers, giving
Oh, oh,
giving milk to the to him to feed him. So
so many things you learn. I remember, but then one thing you learn though is more you have your. It's like, when you get mad and pissed, when they were young, you miss the time. Then in the end, when they grow quickly, so that's why I try not to stress out about things, and time just goes too quickly, unfortunately.
yeah, it is. It's going fast. I remember I assisted at the birth, and right now it's already 7 weeks gone. It's so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
No. All right, Marius. I can't thank you enough, man. You're an awesome guy as well.
Thank you.
Thanks for doing that. And